It's Week 8 of the 2022 season, and our focus is on the Lions' veteran quarterback, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Lions and the Dolphins, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Goff. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Goff. And that will be incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the Southpaw in his 3rd season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay at an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Tua now on 1st down. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards for number 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tua going to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. After the turnover, it's Tua. It's a slant to Hill. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Mostert.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Again, it's Mostert.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well.
From across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The road ahead a little bit more difficult now after that pick-6. So dealing with his deficit here, we'll see if he can try to make amends on this drive. 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 21. In search of redemption from the pick-6. Goff.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark.
Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for for 6.
Well, there's no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Igbenogany elects not to return. The football will come out to the 25-yard line.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Tua. Flush to his right. A little juke. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Holding. Offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Tua. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Chris Board drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Thomas Morstead on down to punt it away on 4th down. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The Lions at 2-4 here in the first half of the year.
Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have the home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
This is Swift on the counter.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now Goff. The open man is Shark. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Goff.
That's once again complete to Chark. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a toss for Swift left side.
And able to work his way down to the 16. 9 yards is the pickup there. They'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the 16, Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
On 4th down, Goff departs, and Austin Seibert is out there for the Lions field goal now.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Tua, and going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to be problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
The average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Swift. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Connecting here with Chark on the out route. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd of a yard. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And if you're wondering how quick a quarterback's decision-making needs to be, a next-gen stat says that play took on a 2.8.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's Levi Onwuzurike fighting through and punishing the offense. A big tackle for loss.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. Tua.
They get this out wide to Gaskin.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
On third down, here comes Mostert.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7-0 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here come the Lions now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. That one complete. He finds Sharp.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
That's good for a Lions.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And he wisely will throw that one away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
And just like he did, almost winning the Heisman of Michigan, rookie Aiden Hutchinson blows up the play.
The Detroit Lions certainly wasted no time in selecting Aiden Hutchinson 2nd overall in the 2022 NFL Draft. He grew up just a half an hour from the city, started at the University of Michigan, and became an instant fan favorite as the local kid leading a new Lions defense.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters.
Meanwhile, for the Lions, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those passes.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
After the interception, here's Goff. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
From the 45 on second down, Goff.
That's another one complete to Mitchell. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Goff on third down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 26.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tua going to throw. Steps away to his left. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
On second down, Mostert.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tua sets up to pass it. Caught. It's Wilson.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Complete to Cedric Wilson. An 8-yard pickup. And the Dolphin first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series. But what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
They'll run the draw here with Swift.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run here with Swift.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? Well, it looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul. Left-handed tackle. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted, So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one. When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua.
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, here's Tua.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
Touchdown!
Jalen Waddle
From 19 yards away.
And the Dolphins have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Lions 17.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Detroit's offense ready to take over. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. It's caught. Mitchell.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Goff. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Goff. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Goff. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Again, Goff. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Jerome Baker in on the tackle.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Wilson's got it complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
throwing again on second down. Tua. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. On 2nd and 9, Goff. Open man right side is Shark. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Goff now to throw. Wright's got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is Tua. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that would push us the lead up to 11. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken at the goal line. So here's Goff and the Lions.
Down by 11. A little under a minute 50 remaining. They need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
St. Brown on the catch.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for the Lions.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for DJ Chark. Incomplete. Results.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Miami set to take over.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Down to an knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just get going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Miami, they pick up